Pakistan doesn't run on traditional banking networks. And what is often thought of when people look at not running on traditional banking networks is criminal activity. However, realistically, Pakistani banking is too bureaucratic to be used. And so the pragmatic people of Pakistan have came up with a solution. And so, if you are looking at this from a perspective of international business, here's exactly what you need to know. Stick until the end to learn all about it. Hello and welcome back to Trouble Reports. Today we're going over the Pakistani shadow banking, also broadly internationally known as Hawala. And Hawala is essentially a de facto informal banking sector that is used in many countries. For instance, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, the UAE more broadly. So you get a lot of different, both high net worth individuals using it and low net worth individuals using it. And it's to solve a problem of realistically poor interoperability within the banking sector. And of course, when you look at the banking sector here in South Asia, it's not well connected. It's not greatly put together. And sure, there is Easy Pesa, there is JazzPay, there is these payment facilitators within the country. But that doesn't mean that it's easy or simple to clear even $1,000 from one country to the next via international banking regulations. I was recently with a friend in Georgia, and he was withdrawing 2,000-ish euros in funds for whatever he needed. And so that $2,000 euro in funds was given to him in Georgia, and he was getting very squirrely because Georgia was taking a while for his funds to look through his funds. However, of course, they eventually, without any proof of funds, without any additional documentation, gave him his funds. In Pakistan, if you want to transfer that same 2,000 euro, you are giving proof of funds, you are giving a sworn declaration that you are not doing illegal activity, etc., right? So you are essentially giving over your firstborn child to do a banking transfer here, or to remit income. Well, Hawala completely negates this. It completely subtracts this from what is the totality of the system. And as someone who spent time here in Pakistan, I can understand why. Because the banking sector is not something that should be trusted, that can be trusted. And living here, I wouldn't want to trust the banking sector. I want to either bring in cash overland. $10,000 will allow you to spend a whole year here pretty fine. So if you choose to go to another country, you don't have to declare, I believe, 10,000. Different countries have different regulations. I know that in Uzbekistan, it's even lower in terms of the totality of what you need, which I will be on the ground in Uzbekistan very soon. So if you're excited for that, feel free to go down, click that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it, and it only takes you a few seconds. So, of course, what is the benefits and what is the drawback to Hawala? Hawala is, to put it bluntly, unregulated. There's no guarantee that you will get your money. There's likewise no guarantee that they will get their money. So it's based on trust, it's based on respect, it's based on a system of what is, in essence, a large idea of trust-based banking. And so what you get is, in essence, a very unique opportunity to have a system where it isn't regulated, but Of course, you do need to have trustworthy individuals. And so it is very difficult to get into. And as someone who is in Pakistan right now, even I don't have a Hawala broker. I don't have anyone who I entrust with the Hawala system. I'm working on getting more Hawala dealers because I believe personally that the Hawala system is interesting and I'd like to learn more about it. And it's not illegal either, which is something that many people believe. The Hawala system is not inherently illegal. Can it be used for illegal acts? Yes. But is it inherently illegal? No. And so, in essence, it is a very interesting banking alternative where you're conducting business with a larger intermediary, typically someone who is in an import-export or whatever else, who wants your currency, and then they give you, as a result of that, a better rate, a better exchange. And of course, if you are looking at that from face value, it sounds perfectly fine. And it is perfectly fine, but of course, governments do not like the Hawala system. And there has been a lot of attempts to deconstruct the Hawala system. And so, of course, there are new ways that Hawala is being utilized. Crypto is being adopted as opposed to Hawala, which is another way you can get cross-border transfers. Of course, crypto isn't legal in all countries, and so in some cases it is more able to be utilized. In other countries, those places where it is illegal. Now, crypto is really hard to ban, and I'll get into crypto in other countries and how it ties into the identity of a country. But of course, Hawala is what was the original, so to speak, the lower fee option, which was based on trust, which is decentralized. And so, if you enjoyed this rundown of the Hawala system and how Hawala can help you in international business, feel free to drop down below, click that subscribe button. It only takes you a few seconds and I'd really appreciate it. We do videos every single day about internationalization, globalization, and international business. If you like this video, if you like it, if you really like this video, feel free to share it with your friends. If you are looking for a way to learn about these jurisdictions in your specific area, if you want to get a one-pager for your specific dream jurisdiction based on your ideation of the best place to live, feel free to drop down in the description. There is a Google Forms link for you to fill out. With that said, this has been the Traveling Report, signing off.